Rose, the broker, here to tell you a little bit about mortgages and banks and brokers and what's the difference. There's a big difference. We call them big box banks. Big box banks are like Bank of America, Wells Fargo, Chase Bank. One stop. But when you're working with a broker, we can expand the options for you. We can find loans that maybe the banks don't have, which is very, very important in my business, being in the business for 30 years. I want my clients to have options. 30 plus years, I've never been inclined to go work for a bank. A bank is a one stop shop. So if you get your loan denied, guess what? You got to start all over again. But as a broker, if we get our loans through a certain lender and they maybe have what they call conditions to close the deal and we can't do it, what I do for you is I jump to another lender to make it work. We don't stop the momentum because we don't have the product. We have a lot of products, way more than other banks do. Don't get stuck in those big bank boxes because you never get a return call. They don't answer the phone half the time. And using a broker is more personal. You know, it's the same price. You don't pay anything different to use someone with qualifications versus using a bank where they probably aren't even licensed to sell real estate or to quote rates. Now, a lot of people go to the banks and they think, oh, I'm going to get a good deal because it's my banker. But a lot of times, people working for the banks have no experience. They're just relying on their underwriters to place the loan and hopefully approve it. But when you work with me, Rose the broker, I've been doing business for 30 plus years. I can talk to a client in seconds and tell exactly where they qualify, where they don't, and what is needed to get them to that qualifying place. Most of the time, the banks, they don't care. They just want your money to be deposited into their bank and, of course, carry the servicing of the loan, which eventually will be sold anyway. Now, if you want to work with someone who actually knows what they're doing, work with a broker like Rose, like myself. But don't work at a big bank because they're not going to give you the service and they're not going to give you the results. Rose knows how to close.